Hello, everybody! Cyanesk111 here, and welcome back to more Civilization VII as Catherine the Great. We're in the modern age and have chosen Russia as our next civ, since Catherine the Great led Russia. Now, over the courses of the Antiquity and Exploration ages, I've tried to complete both of their militaristic legacy paths by capturing other settlements in the homelands, and by capturing their distant lands settlements, respectively. But I ended up completing the scientific paths for both those ages when I wasn't going for them. I'm still going to aim for a militaristic victory in this age, but at this point, let's be real. Maybe going for the scientific victory again would make much more sense. Russia is scientific, after all. But anyway, if I were to go for a militaristic victory, I'll probably have to wait until the other leaders have chosen theirs, so I can get more points for the legacy path once I capture their settlements. I've seen them become communist the most likely due to them receiving a scientific attribute point, which will give them access to better technologies much earlier on. Well, not much earlier on, but earlier on. So I may want to veer towards either fascism or democracy, depending on how things go with all of them. But speaking of attribute points, let's go ahead and spend some. Okay, I actually got the legend unlock from leveling up Catherine to level 3. Plus 15% production towards constructing buildings and wonders with great work slots. It would be nice if we were going for a cultural victory. And I'll take plus 1 culture from specialists, or plus 2 if we have 3 or fewer cities. For the economic attributes, I'll go for this, as per usual. And let's do plus 15% golds towards purchasing in all settlements. The militaristic attribute can go towards... let's do minus 1 gold maintenance for all units. And the scientific, we will do plus 1 science on specialists, or plus 2 if we have 3 or fewer cities. That should be that. And I still want Roma to become a city, still. Or remain a city. I can do that for 200 gold. And as for Plovdiv, I think I'm gonna keep it as a town for this age. It's done some pretty okay work for the time it was a city. Let me go ahead and start building a grocer for the pavilion. It's gonna overbuild the pavilion, actually. And I can't assign any of my factory resources as per usual, unless I have a factory anywhere in my empire. I'll get steam engine going, and I'm gonna work my way towards political theory, but I'm not gonna choose an ideology just yet. I still want to see what the other leaders will choose before I choose mine. I'm gonna do Cursus Honorum, Princeps Civitatis, and let's do Iconolatry on the Bulgarian side of things. Plus 1 happiness and gold from great works. It's Catherine the Great's thing, after all. Let's get a Cossack down, since that's Russia's unique unit. 2 cuirassiers and a mortar for the army commander. I think I'm going to have my army commander head back to the homelands to prepare for what wars we have coming up. For the time we choose an ideology. These two units can stay in Baghdad in case Genghis Khan decides to take it back still. You never know. Gotta be prepared. And our government is going to be +3 combat strength for all units for 10 turns, belongs to authoritarianism, so I think I will go for that. I don't know if this is the first time I've ever gotten authoritarianism as a modern age government, but good thing I'll get to see what it's like now, and in a recorded run, no less. Napoleon wants an alliance with me. Is he at war? I doubt he's at war with anyone. He isn't hostile with anyone. He's unfriendly with Tecumseh and Harriet Tubman, though. So we'll want to watch out for that. But I think I am going to reject Napoleon's alliance offer. I'm sorry to say. We've already unlocked steam engine. Kaisun creation. The technology of the steam engine spurs the development of air compressors. Using this invention, an engineer is inspired to craft a Kaisun to enable work below the water level. We've seen this before. I completed a port within 20 turns, I think it was last game. Either that or the game before. But I think I'm gonna search flooded mines for riches this time. We gotta improve a coal, silver, or gold resource within 10 turns. There is a gold resource up here, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to improve it within the time limit. Any silver or coal resources nearby? There's a silver resource, but I've already improved it. I see some line infantrymen coming from Hamdallahi. That's what my cuirassiers for. I'll do academics next. And there we go. That's one of their units taken down. Of course, I don't want to go after any of the friendlier units. Unless I want them to become hostile to me. Wow. 2 line infantrymen in, and my cuirassiers are almost dead. Well, okay. That's both of them defeated now. And we're in a celebration. I'm not in any wars just yet. So I'm gonna do plus 30% production towards training military units for 10 turns. And I'm gonna get Latinitas back in. Just for a little something extra. And before I forget, I may want to go ahead and put some of my influence in towards befriending Inuit Nunangat, since I was suzerain of what it previously was, Vilnius. I don't know if I've become suzerain of whatever Addis Ababa was before in the exploration age. That's something else to consider. I do know I was suzerain of Kalai Kumb, or what it was before, back in the exploration age, so I'll befriend it once again. I'm hoping to become suzerain of it. Okay, it looks like my Cossack's complete, so I'll get started working on the port. It's gonna overbuild the wharf, but gold is gold. I am gonna need it for when I'm in a pinch and I need to purchase troops on the hurry. Grocers completed in Preslav, and I will get started to work on the port, overbuilding this wharf as well. It's at 15 turns. Don't know why it's going to take 9 now. Something else I'm considering doing is turning one of these settlements that were towns nearly the entire time into cities. Okay, I know for a fact that they were towns the entire time I've been playing this game, but it would be nice to get a third city around. And with those attribute points I've put into the scientific and cultural trees, 3 is the maximum I can have per 3 is the maximum number of cities I can have if I want +2 culture and science to come from each specialist I put into the cities. If I have more than 3, then that bonus will go down to 1. Oh, what's going on? Quest, the bends can no longer be completed. Shoot. I was kind of expecting that, but at least my army commander is now back on the homelands. Something I may want to consider doing is befriending Hamdullahi, so it will no longer pose a threat to Shiraz. I think I'll go ahead and do that. I've got the influence for it. Just more than enough.
Died from the mineral and
Natural history is completed. And Inuit Nanangat has given us 500 culture. And Karlai Kumb has given us 500 science. So that's nice. We got both ends of the spectrum, if you want to call it that. I'll get this T resource. But I will not be able to assign it since I don't have any factories in my empire. I will get an ironworks in Tarnovo, though. And a grocer. I think the ironworks would be more useful in cities, though, since they are able to contribute to producing units and constructing buildings. Xerxes wants a cultural exchange with me, which I will accept. Or no, actually support. I gotta spend influence to support diplomatic actions from other leaders. I'm probably gonna have to work my way towards combustion for some stronger units. And eventually armor, too. It's gonna take a lot of science, but I'll get there eventually.
the memory of
Another celebration already. That's gonna be plus 30% production towards training military units again. I'm gonna do social science. It's gonna cost some food, but it's worth it. Let's get a laboratory in here next. Overbuilding the bazaar. And once the port in Roma's complete, I'll get a laboratory in here too as well. Wow, that's gonna output 24 if I build it over the temple. Why not? Nothing happening this turn. Pretty much everyone is friendly with me except for Friedrich. We're still pretty bitter towards each other after I took Shiraz from him. Xerxes wants open markets. Consider it supported. What's happening? Okay, Xerxes has become suzerain of Muscat. Meanwhile, I'm befriending Hamdallahi, so it will no longer become hostile towards me. Plus, I'm getting these two city-states I was suzerain of back. Now Xerxes wants an alliance with me, which, unfortunately, I'll have to reject until we each have chosen our ideologies. And we're already suzerain of Kalai Kumb. That is going to go towards Artisans League. And Inuit Nunangat will give us an additional social policy slot. A museum's marvel. Where museums hold relics of the dead and reminders of the past, a dedicated shift in curation towards the arts may help inspire the cultured. You know what? Even a small museum enriches culture. It's increasing our progress towards political theory slightly. By a few turns. And let's do land heritage. +2 happiness on mountains, +6 culture on natural wonders. Especially seeing that we do have a natural wonder in our empire. Redwood Forest, if you'll remember. Oh my gosh, it's gonna cost 2,050 gold to convert Ravenna into a city. No thanks. Although building the port does get its cost lowered. I don't think a fishing quay would be worth it, since we're going to have access to so few coastal tiles in Ravenna. I think a gristmill would be better here. Followed by a grocer. And let's get another ironworks down. Okay, it's still going to be a while before I can get the convert to city cost to where I'd like for it to be. But I can do what I can do. Got a port in Plovdiv as well. Because yes.
Confuse you.
Military science has been researched. And not much else for this turn. Nothing for this turn either. Just a whole lot of boringness. The turns just keep on coming. With not a whole lot of narrative events in between. Do I want to get a port in Ostia too? It does have access to the ocean. Yeah, what's stopping me? Gonna have to relocate the rural population to here, though. Something that I kind of wish the game would stop doing is that every time a new resource slot becomes available in a settlement, or
The one who would
I gain a new resource by any means, if I can't assign it, it stops showing me that screen. I'm hoping that's gonna be the case for a future update, but I don't want to put my money on it just yet. Civil engineering would be good towards overbuilding. Living standards is also tempting. Free speech also is tempting. Auxilia would be pretty good for producing military units in the capital for when I'm at war with anyone, due to ideological differences. I think I'm gonna do free speech. Enjoy it. I still don't know what ideology I'll be going for yet. That's gonna depend on what everyone else chooses. Patavium still has yet to receive a coastal building, so I'll give it a port as well. And it can also have a fishing quay. There you go. Continue thriving. Orid also has yet to receive a coastal building, so I guess port it is, and let's do a fishing quay. Like so. I may consider getting a coastal building for Tarnovo as well. Question is, how much gold am I willing to spend on buildings that aren't related to military? Should I choose to go to war with anyone over their ideology? We did get modernization mastered and combustion researched, so that's good. I'm gonna do the steam engine mastery next. And I think I am going to do nationalism so we can get our settlement limit up and gain happiness on the palace equal to the number of cultural attributes we've spent. Xerxes wants a cultural exchange. Why not? Come the day I go to war with Xerxes. When and if. Oop. Harriet Tubman has joined fascism. Ooh dear. But Hamdullahi is giving us 1,000 happiness towards the next celebration, so they no longer pose a threat. And right here, since it's for the culture, I'll take a grist mill right here, and the grocer can go in the same spot. More production won't hurt anything. Production in towns equals more gold for me. We got steam engine mastered, and that gets us a scientific attribute point. Let's do +1 science per age in towns or +2 in distant lands. Industrialization. It is going to unlock the Katyusha rocket launcher, which is the other Russian unique unit. And it's siege this time. Yeah, so at this point, I may want to try going for a scientific victory at this rate. Since that's what the game has been telling me to do all this time. This schoolhouse is definitely going to help on that. Open markets with Xerxes. Sure thing. I think I'll do a port in Baghdad as well. Over here it's gonna yield us 13 gold per turn. And let's get a harbor down for a little something extra. That's the way we roll. I'm willing to bet it's another endeavor. Xerxes still wants an alliance with me. To that, I unfortunately still have to reject until I know what ideology you're going for. Actually, thinking about it now, I may want to wait until some of my neighbors have ideologies of their own before I have a clear ideology in mind that I want to go for. Harriet's declared war on Napoleon. Not really my concern, but thank you for notifying me of that. I may want to save up some more gold for something I really do need. Okay, we are now suzerain of Hamdullahi, and it will get the bonus of... I don't know how many celebrations we've had this age already, but it's gotta be quite a few. I think I'm gonna do Ideological Revolt. Targets one city of a civ with an ideology. On completion, pillage up to 4 buildings in that city. It's in safe hands with me. Just trust me on this.
And was Jerusalem.
Industrialization's completed. I'm gonna do urbanization next, and we'll see where we go from there. Is that gonna get me another... Yeah, another settlement limit. Trung Trek has joined communism. Ooh boy. And Trung Trek's territory isn't too far from ours. I'm definitely gonna have to have my troops cut through Pachacuti's territory, or Friedrich's if I have no other choice. Can actually get a museum. And it's gonna have to go overbuild the temple. For culture, and to a lesser degree, science.
The members of the nation.
Nationalism's complete. Past, present, future. As the modern age launches the people into the future, ancient legends begin to resurface. Mythic tales of the Empire's origins. Many look to these works to remind themselves of their roots, drawing lessons that are not always accurate, but meaningful nonetheless. We must understand the truth behind these texts. They better not be lying to us. And we got a cultural attribute, too. Let's put it towards +1 culture per age from great works on display. We don't have any artifacts with us right now, but I'm hoping for some in the future. Especially with the natural history mastery. Roma's gonna complete its laboratory in 2 turns, so I'm gonna get an explorer queued up. It's gonna take 12 turns to complete. Not very ideal, but what can I do? Other than boost its production through more buildings. Okay, Harriet Tubman is neutral to us. Friedrich is still hostile. Most of the world loves us this time. I guess because I haven't been in an alliance that was doomed to be betrayal-ridden. Chef's Special. From a shop front, the aroma of cooked meats and spices washes over the throngs in the city streets. A few enterprising chefs recall the old traditions of their ancestors, opening cook shops on busy corners. Lately, the people's attention has been captivated by one particular dish. Stuffed dormice or wine souffle. Do I have a city park in my empire yet? I don't believe so. So, I think after this museum in Preslav is complete, I may want to go ahead and get one in. It's gonna overbuild the observatory, but whatever. Observatory wasn't really outputting that much science anyway, given it is an exploration age building. Let's choose wine souffle for the gold return. I'm gonna get a specialist right over here. Gonna get a slightly richer per turn. Another cultural exchange from Xerxes. Supported, as per usual. And let's go ahead and get mass production done. Okay, it had me thinking there was still stuff to do in Plovdiv when that didn't appear to be the case.
I died from the mineral and
Natural history has been mastered. Still pretty expensive to convert Ravenna into a city. Although the rail station does sound tempting, but I don't think I want to build it yet. I think a better course of action would just be getting a rail station in Preslav. Right here. Right on this little peninsula ring thing. And nationalism, mastery. Let's go for it. One leader follows fascism, another leader follows communism. Which leader's gonna be the first to follow democracy, I wonder? Who knows? I might be the first. But again, I still don't want to go for any ideology until some of my neighbors have chosen theirs. That could be a ways off. Who's to say for sure? Gosh. Look at all the wars being declared. 5 in the last turn, 2 this turn. Yeesh. Ideology really does matter in this world of Civilization 7. I guess it is a natural thing that the devs wanted to go for to be true to history. Cossack's doing nothing at the moment, but I can upgrade it to tier 2, and all these other units I can upgrade too. Anything else? Okay, I remember these units over here too. Gotta upgrade those to be safe. Mass production is completed, and I think I'm gonna wait for one more leader to select their ideology, and then I'll end off this part. I'm both kind of hoping it's democracy. I'm hoping it's not. But whatever choice I do make, I just hope I'm prepared for the consequences. My Cossack can't join the army commander just yet. And our next policy will be humanism, because why not? I'm kind of running out of options here. Ooh, boy.
The members of the nation.
Nationalism has been mastered, and Xerxes has actually joined democracy. Right when I called it, too. Okay, so that means I am going to have to be really, really careful about which ideology I end up choosing. If I choose democracy, then I may not be able to go to war with Xerxes, because it would be the same ideology, and it's going to get me less points than if I were to go to war with him and I had communism or fascism chosen beforehand. Same would be true with Trung Track for communism and Harriet Tubman with fascism. I'm gonna have to think on this for a couple of minutes between parts. But until I feel ready, thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you then. Bye!